700 islands wrapped in turquoise dreams. Every voice matters, every soul redeems. With a heartbeat broadcasting truth across the waves. Information, liberation. This is how a nation stays. From Andros to Abaco, a love at a Grand Bahama shore. We're reaching every family, knocking on every door. Not just talking policy, baby, we're changing lives. When social service meets compassion, that's when hope survives. We speak your language, we know your name. Through the airwaves, through the struggle, we remain. Building bridges over water, building trust on solid ground. The Bahamas ministry where love and justice can be found. We are islands of care in an ocean of need. Planting faith like coconut trees, watching future succeed, watching them grow. Broadcasting truth, serving hearts, making sure you're heard. The Bahamas rises together when we honor every word. This is more than ministry, baby. This is sacred ground. When social services meet heaven, that's when grace abounds.
Transformation is taking root in the Empowerment Hour classes facilitated by the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting. These 12-week courses are held for the most part throughout New Providence in buildings owned by churches and private sector partners. The mission of the Empowerment Hour is to strengthen the whole man. This class is on wellness. Non-communicable diseases are the leading cause of death in the Bahamas, accounting for about 74% of all deaths. The top preventable killers are cardiovascular diseases, cancers, diabetes, and strokes.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Community Affairs Empowerment Hour program. It's a pleasure to have our own Dr. Debbie Bartlett with us this morning, and our nurses who is always here every week. So far, this is week number 5, to help us with our chronic disease, our health and wellness. And we say thank you, and we're looking forward for a dynamic and provocative talk today.
Well, let's give her a round of applause. Hey, she not only looking real good, she's sounding real good. This is really the Empowerment Hour. Give her another round of applause.
Thank you.
When I realized what we are going to cover today, our wellness program for the Empowerment Hour, it really made me reflect that we can work really hard, but if our health fails, it's so easy to work 12 hours a day. Anybody ever had that experience? Yes. You worked. What did you work? How did you work?
From 4:30 to 6:30 the next morning.
Yeah, but in my days at ZNS, I would work until 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, went there from 8, 9 o'clock, go home for 2, 3 hours, because television is very labor intensive. Who else worked like that? Let me see. Anybody else work these very long hours?
We used to call it the red eye.
The red eye. Yes. But we are becoming a sick nation. And we're already sick, but we're getting more sick.
Yes.
And so we can achieve. There's some of us who have achieved a lot. But can I share with you that just 2024, I was diagnosed with cancer. God healed me. So it brings extra expenses, and it challenges or undermines the quality of life. That is not anybody's fault, it's our decisions. It's what we eat. It's if we work too hard and don't get the right rest.
Right, that's true.
But
That's working.
yeah, so at what point are we going to look at ourselves? And that's what we are doing here. Evaluating ourselves to say there is responsibility that I have, that nobody can do it except me. Take care of my health. Stop drinking them Coke sodas. I shouldn't say Coke, right? The sugary. Because, you know, some of those sweet sodas are my favorites. Let me make it clear. But do everything in moderation. And Coke is one and still one of my favorite brands. But now when I drink a Coke, make sure I'm not drinking it every day. Because, you know, too much of anything is not good. You're joining us today in this particular empowerment hour because even though we are authorized in our DNA to be great, we cannot fulfill our dream unless we are healthy. And this course that is here to help us communicate with ourselves to become a better me, we have to have the right knowledge in everything, including health. So I'm excited about being with you today, and you're great. I want you to meet the facilitator today. We have some really smart Miss Nurses Branche. Let's welcome you. You know, I couldn't help but think that we have among the highest challenges in health areas like hypertension, diabetes, cancer. How would you define the health of the nation?
Well, I would say the health of the nation is in a very bad position. We have an excess of chronic diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and cancer, and this is putting a strain on the economy. When we have to provide medications, sometimes you have a stroke, you have to go to social services, so bed pads and diapers and so on. It is really, and then the workforce is deteriorating because you can't really work if you're sick. And then it's putting a pressure on the main hospital, Princess Margaret, and we know the hospital is going through some trouble, but it's one of the reasons is because of the excess need for services. So here at the Chronic Non-Communicable Disease Unit, we're trying to bring the Bahamas to the point where the only people that have to visit PMH are the people who are giving birth and those who have non-preventable diseases like viruses.
Did you hear that? Isn't that? Did we just hear that whatever decision we make has an impact, has consequences that not only impacts me, the economy. And so again, if we always blame somebody else for what we are going through, we are not going to get to the root of the problem. So we are miscommunicating to ourselves. Remember now, this session is to help us become a better who? Me. So speak to what you feel is the greatest challenge of discipline, to taking on the responsibility to be better, to do better.
I think the biggest challenge is diet. We we eat very badly. We don't use moderation. You just spoke about Coke soda. People love Coke soda. They like Vitamalt, and Vitamalt has a lot of sugar in it. And it's very easy to just, I get off work 5 o'clock, let me just drive through Kentucky. Let me just stop at Wendy's. But this is what's killing us. These, the triglycerides, the fat, the excess carbohydrates like bread, all these things are slowly killing us, and we think it's okay because it's convenient. So even to put in the extra work to say go in the kitchen after work and cook something healthy, you're not only making something healthy for you to eat, but you getting in some steps. You in the kitchen, you washing dishes, you cutting this up, you're active, and you're making something healthy for yourself. So it's really diet, because you can't out exercise a bad diet. Weight loss and health begins in the kitchen.
Did you all ever say that part again? Did you ever hear that?
Weight loss and health begins in the kitchen.
But let's talk about that, and let's go down memory lane just for a little minute, because yes, and God bless all the fast foods, because sometimes you can't go in the kitchen. And again, everything in moderation, but we're making a principle here, and where we have moved away from our culture, because we, at least growing up, it was never a thought
Fast food.
on a Sunday. Let me, nice, just for a minute, I want somebody to tell me, you all remember when we took joy
And cooking.
in cooking, and go into the culture, go into the kitchen? Now the kitchen looks like it's forgotten a little bit. But let me hear what you remember in your home, because my mother and father, they did it together. They took turns to cook. And then when we got, I don't know what happened to me, my two brothers, Greg and Ray, they could cook real good. I could boil water, do a little, I could do a little oats, and I could do a little, I like egg salad, chicken salad, that kind of thing. What do you remember?
I remember my mother being so conscious of diet that she never cooked with canned peas. It was always spoiled. So
Canned peas?
no canned peas. She thought it was taboo.
So now you see that goes somewhere else now, because remember we had everything in the backyard. You all remember who had the things in the backyard? When we wanted to have the lemon or the lime, where did we go? When we wanted avocado pear, where did we go? What else we used to go for in the backyard?
Pigeon bees.
Pepper? Yeah, we would have every pepper, goat pepper, bird pepper,
Bananas.
bananas.
And potato. We used to dig the potato out the ground. Sweet potato, we used to dig it out the ground and boil it. Oh, it was very nice.
How we can get back to that, nice?
Well, I know here at Social Services, they're starting, y'all have a garden club, right? Yes, so they're doing an excellent job. The reason why her mother probably didn't cook with the canned peas, even though the peas in the can is convenient, the preservatives that are in there to keep the peas that long for a couple of months on the shelf, it's actually harmful. So we need to stop looking for convenience and start looking at health. Convenience is the reason why the nation is sick. It's convenient to go through the drive-thru. It's convenient to buy canned peas. It's convenient to just microwave some macaroni. But once we get out of our comfort zone and really take charge of our bodies, we should be in a better position.
Now that she deserves a round of applause. What changes are you gonna make?
Stop eating fast food.
Well, now I don't want y'all to get me in trouble in here today. You must go every now and again.
All right. Go in the kitchen and prepare my own food.
That's it. Anybody else? What's your change?
Something everybody needs to know. Vitamalt. She mentioned Vitamalt. I thought I'd bring it up. I was drinking Vitamalt one day, and my son said to me, "You're drinking a knockoff," and I didn't believe it. He said the top screws And I went into SuperValue and I said, is this a knockoff? They said, we don't know. The screw-off top is just for convenience. I went in my car and really start reading the fine writing. It says made in Denmark. The local brand has made in the Bahamas. So now our diet is worse. We don't know what they're putting into that product called white malt.
Well, I can believe
Fine writing.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that it's not good, though. It doesn't mean that they have anything in there. Again, we are talking harmful. Again, we are talking about. Let me tell you, Denmark, as an example, is one of the most wealthy countries, in the top 10 wealthy countries, and they don't have a health problem like us. They are living better than us. And so I believe it's not the problem with Vitamalt or Coke, it's a problem with our excess. Yes. Am I right, Nate?
Yes.
Huh?
Everything in moderation. So at the unit, we also preach moderation, because if you usually drink Coke or you usually eat a certain way, and we tell you stop cold turkey, eventually you're going to get fed up and you're just going to start doing it. So that's why we say wean yourself off, use everything in moderation. You could have a Coke like twice a week or something, but you can't drink a Coke every day. You can't drink it morning and night. Sure. So moderation is what we preach, because you need a little bit of everything in your body. All these things they say bad for you. You need fat in your body. You need sugar in your body. But it's when you use too much of it that we begin to have a problem.
I'm enjoying this. I'm inviting you. Come on, give her a round of applause. Isn't that good? Yeah. And that's what we are working here to do. We want to be balanced. Wherever there's genuine, there's counterfeit. And wherever there's good, there's bad. Wherever there's excess, there's plenty problems. So it's nothing with the product, it's something with our discipline. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment. That's it? Yeah.
The Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is partnering with the Bahamas Christian Council to help build stronger Bahamian families.
I believe that our ultimate experience in living begins with God and family.
Our purpose is to facilitate, guide, inspire, and equip you to have a better life.
And a strong family foundation begins with each of us trying to become better individuals.
Let's unite for a stronger Bahamas.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, leading Bahamians from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
Welcome back. One of the things I have to say before we return to our wellness program and ask some of our facilitators here, we have some of the most talented people right here in the Bahamas. Yes, we do. You all agree with that? Yes. And you know what excites me about it? When I feel the enthusiasm, the support that you have for them. Yes. Because we got to grow up out of being familiar with one another, where we don't give the full support to one another. I like to say it isn't about competition, it's about completion. We're talking about communication being a better me. A better me knows that I am born for a purpose. And when I upgrade myself mentally, or we could say solically, spiritually, and physically, holistically, nobody can take my opportunity. There's an exclusive opportunity and opportunities to your purpose. So you know what I figure out? I don't want your opportunity if it's not assigned to my name. Because if I take it, I'm a counterfeit.
Yes.
So I don't need to steal anybody's idea or their credit.
That's right.
So we are here. See, because you got to have the soul quality, the quality of the soul. You got the quality in your spirit that gives us the value system of love, of compassion, of integrity. And then we have to have the health component. Yes. So Ms. Brown, she did a great job. Yeah. And now we have one more of our talented Bahamians. And I just want to say I am so proud of you all. Yes. Tell us your name.
My name is Nurse Kathrona Russell Allen. I've been working with the Chronic Non-Communicable Disease Unit for the last 3 years, and I've been in nursing for the last 10 years.
Well, you only look like you're about 20. Listen, the non-communicable diseases, where are we with kidney challenges? Because I keep hearing people going on to dialysis. What is causing this seeming growth in kidney disease?
Well, our non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and hypertension are causing those. So if you have uncontrolled hypertension, uncontrolled diabetes, kidney failure is always a complication. But the thing about the kidneys is we don't remember them until they fail. So a lot of people know about the heart, the brain, the lungs. But when you end up on dialysis is when you remember, oh, our kidneys are doing just as much work as the brain, heart, and lungs.
So it goes back to the diet, but can you give us, both of you, and you continue, anybody in here know anybody with kidney disease?
Yes. I have a sister in Grand Bahama. She's just starting, this her third failure. She's on dialysis, yes.
And what kind of lifestyle did she have?
Oh, she wouldn't go walk. She just want to sit down home and keep telling her she have to exercise and just eating, and her husband was catering to her with everything. He died, and now it's taking us. She's getting sick more and more now. But now she gone to the extent where she have to go on dialysis.
I have a nephew. He was in his early 20s when we discovered he had kidney problems. He had been on diabetes for a while, which was very stressful, and he's now had a kidney transplant.
So how frequent are stories like that?
These are actually quite frequent. I did a presentation yesterday at the other social service event, and I've heard a lot of similar stories to that. There was even a lady there who was currently in stage 4 kidney failure. So it is quite common, and a lot of times persons don't know that they have issues going on with their kidneys because they're not getting screened. So we always advise persons to do your yearly physical, do your blood works, check your kidney function, your liver function, your sugar levels, check your blood pressure frequently. It's always advised. And also, just drinking water. A lot of persons struggle to drink at least 8 cups of water a day, and our kidney need those.
So the first step for preventing kidney problems is water?
Well, the chronic diseases that you have lead to kidney disease. So if your pressure is high, one of the functions of the kidney is to regulate pressure. So we put it like this. If you work in a job and you feel like the boss giving you too much work to do, you can quit, right? So it's the same way with the kidneys. If my job is to regulate pressure, but you always have the pressure way too high, eventually the kidneys would stop working. And the kidney's job is to filter waste from the blood. So when you're diabetic and you consistently have uncontrolled sugars, the kidney is trying to get rid of all the excess sugar, and it's really working too hard, so it eventually stops. So it's really going back. The one thing with these chronic diseases is diet and exercise.
Oh Lord, I gotta exercise a little more. I must need to start exercising right now. Oh my God. Diet and exercise. Now we like peas and rice, potato salad, macaroni, what else? Coleslaw, that's our cinder.
Fried plant.
The fried plant name, that's a good one. What else we like?
Fried.
Huh?
Once it's fried. But you could boil it. Or bake it.
Bacon it will be better?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes. A little, what kind of oil we supposed to cook with?
Yes, it is. Olive and coconut.
Olive and coconut oil?
Avocado.
Avocado too. That's why I like avocado.
Me too.
So give us an ideal Sunday meal so that we don't throw away. Remember we said excess, right? Mm-hmm. But they say bread, make your spread. Yeah, I promise you, when I eat bread, it doesn't treat me like everybody else. It probably puts about 5 pounds on me. I can blame the bread and the white rice, right? Is that a part of what happens when it slips up? Because when we go and eat out, we usually order sandwiches and we order peas and rice, and we're having that all week. Speak to that.
Okay, so in terms of diet, we always advise persons that half of their plate should be their vegetables, your leafy green vegetables. The other quarter should be your protein, about 4 to 5 ounces of meat, your chicken, your salmon or fish group or whatever we have in season. And then the other quarter should be carb, but more like a good carb, such as your sweet potatoes, your brown rice, things like that. Even
So
a
you're
brown
not
piece
the
of bread.
brown rice, not the peas and rice? Because you make
No,
that.
sorry. When I say brown rice, I don't mean the brown rice where we add the tomato paste and the browning. No, I mean the actual brown rice that they haven't over-processed by taking off what they call the endosperm or the shell of the rice. That's the good part, all the part with the fiber and the nutrients. The rice that we buying is sort of white rice. They strip that, process that, bleach that. And after that, it's not really worth anything for us nutritionally.
So really, I have to give him my white rice because I like the white rice. I like the white rice with the coleslaw with plenty mayonnaise. That sound healthy?
Not at all. And then I noticed with coleslaw, people add sugar, then you add a large amount of salt, then you add your raisins.
No. With my coleslaw, I put vinegar when I make it.
Okay.
That's good, hey?
Vinegar is
You all
always
thought I could not cook. And a little vinegar, even put a little lime in it, if I remember. Yeah. Then you put your mayonnaise and your onions and, how'd that sound?
Yeah, you could eat it without the meal.
Oh.
Just try it like that. I think the Haitians have a dish similar to that. Like, what is it, pickles, where they don't add the meal. That's actually a healthy dish.
Yes, actually, I had, my mother had, one of the caregivers was a Haitian, and boy, that Haitian food tastes good. Yeah. And I had pickles. And then it was very good. Give me a high five. Oh yes. But let's just, before we take the break, run us down so we can make sure that we are cooking and eating properly. Share with us the portions that we should have. Come back this way. Yeah. Yes, come, yeah.
So on the screen, we have our healthy plate, and they say for the protein, if you do your hand like this is the amount of meat you should have on your plate.
Oh my God, what happened to that big pork chop? And that steak.
Don't even too close to it.
The ribeye steak. Oh.
Yeah. Only this amount. So we also ask that half the plate be vegetables, the thing about it is the fiber from the vegetables helps you to process the carbs and these other things you eat in. The fiber helps you to have a bowel movement every day, which is good. A lot of young people are having colon cancer, and it's because of the lack of fiber. So half your plate is vegetables, which have a lot of fiber, which can help you to go regularly, which helps you to process the carbohydrates and the protein you eat in. We all know carbohydrates turns into sugar, and it spikes your sugar. So when you eat the fibrous vegetables, it slows the spike. So the sugar doesn't spike as fast when you add a lot of fiber to your diet.
Oh boy, I think I want to eat more healthy. Cut the pork chop in half, and then the other thing. See, this little confession time. I don't like meat unless it's fatty. Oh Lord, I really shouldn't be exposing my sins like this. Yeah, but that's what really tastes real good, the fat. Speak to that.
Well, it does taste good, but then when you lay up in the hospital with your heart clogged, will it feel good?
Oh, hallelujah. Yeah, I just been in the hospital 2 years ago. I don't want to go back. Oh, fat, I can see you later. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment.
You can now stay in tune with all things social services on any one of our social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, missed any of our Taking Social Services to the People programs? No worries. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bahamas Heartbeat, to watch all of our programs and special content. Social services is the heartbeat of the nation, taking our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
This has been very enlightening. We discussed the fact that we're not eating properly. Simple. Most of us are not. And just before we took the break, one of our students here talked about her experience and observations in our community, and I thought it was very important to share. What is your name?
My name is Patricia McKenzie.
And you live in Papal Track, you said?
Yes, I do.
Tell us about Noel's house.
During the mornings when I would go for my walk.
What time is that?
That's like 5:15 in the morning. I go for my exercise, and on my way going to my class, I would look over to Noel's house that's on the West Bay Street, facing Papal Track, and I see people there all hours of the night, all day. So I questioned, why all those people are there? And they said that is the kidney clinic. That's where everybody goes to get their treatment. And I was very saddened about that, because we really need to push hard to take better care of ourselves. It's only one of us. The food is tasty, but when you get retired like us, what's going to happen when you end up being so sick? You won't be able to enjoy your next half of your life. So I admonish everybody to please pay attention. It's very simple for us to make small changes. Like the nurse said earlier, small changes bring on big changes. So I just want to encourage everyone today to take better care of themselves.
Give her a round of applause. You'd agree. I mean, we have all kind of wisdom piping, and your message is getting through. So you taught us and inspired us. You've motivated us, beginning with me. I can put away that fatty ribeye. I may take a little bit, just ease it off and don't eat it as much. Sometimes you have to do things incrementally. The other thing is, she said, we need to exercise. Oh boy, I think walking around is enough. Around the office, is that enough?
It's not enough.
Oh, for true?
No, exercise is... I'll let Nurse Allen help you. Let's go. This is our favorite topic.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice.
But exercise is, you take the time to say, okay, I'm going to do something. You get your heart rate up. muscles. Your heart is a muscle. We need to exercise that. Sure, slowly walking around the office, it's have some benefits. At least you're not sitting down all day. But when you exercise, take time out of the day, say I'm going to do 10 to 30 minutes worth of exercise, that's when you see more benefits. All
More
right?
benefits like what?
Such as you're sleeping well, great skin, more energy. It reduces your chances of getting those chronic illnesses that we talked about, your hypertension and your diabetes.
Oh, Lord, I really gonna start exercising from right now. Who don't exercise like me? Give me a hand here. Oh, come here. Let's see. I'm gonna do this for a minute.
Go ahead.
So that you and I gonna commit to exercise, and the next time I see you, we're gonna set a time. Not only slim, we can be able to touch our toes. Can you touch? Can you? You gonna touch your toes? Oh Lord, look how I can shame myself right now. But this is gonna commit us to try to do better, to do what the nurse said.
Yes.
That we have to walk around, take the time, because I don't want to be in the hospital. You?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let me see if you could touch your toes. Oh my God, I am not trying that. Oh, and she's dead. Oh.
Even though I won't exercise.
How come?
I don't know.
You're
Please get in bed.
you all think I should try?
Yeah.
You all think so?
I touch it.
No. You think I can be shame? No. Yeah, but I think I can be shame. Oh,
You go down.
oh, Lord.
We did it.
You were my inspiration. I promise you I didn't think I could touch my nose. Now you can, can you exercise?
Yes.
Do you exercise?
Yes.
Okay, let me see. You can do it better than me now?
Yes.
Let me see. Oh, you can show off. But, oh, Lord. Come on, give her a round of applause. Well, listen here. Listen. I mean, hey, how old are you?
Can be 74.
Oh. I would say you lying. Hey, but you don't say lying, you say you're telling fibs.
November 21st, 1952.
You sure?
1952.
Definitely what you starting with, sounding like the right thing.
Well, okay, that was interesting, hey. But it also shows how environment makes a difference. Yes. I was thinking in my head, I ain't letting nobody touch their toes, and I can't touch mine. Because I tried before we came on camera, and it wouldn't go down. Am I telling the truth? Yeah. Environment is everything. Yeah. Choose, your company gives you a glimpse of your future. So now tell us why we don't have, I noticed that both of you all were talking about sleeplessness or not having enough rest. How does that help us with sleeping patterns and all the things that you talked about? How important is rest and how many hours should we have?
Okay, y'all would not believe this. This may come as a shock, but good sleep begins with diet and exercise. So it does.
Cycle.
It's everything we teach. It all comes back to diet and exercise. So to answer your question, you need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. So,
Oh boy, I get about 5 or 6.
so why we say that's not good at all? Why we say diet and exercise? After you exercise, you would feel your body feels tired and you have a better, deeper sleep.
Yeah.
Y'all know from experience, right? And now you don't eat a big meal before you sleep. If you know you're gonna sleep at 9 o'clock, you need to stop eating at 6 or have something light. So what we discussed the last time we discussed sleep was eat breakfast like a king. Eat lunch like a queen. And dinner like a there we go.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Because sometimes people eat dinner like a king.
That's what they do. Dinner, so they skip breakfast and then they eat lunch and dinner like a king. And then they're like, but I don't eat breakfast. I don't know why I fat. You're missing the point. The order of things matter. So in the night when you eat this big rice and pork chop and coleslaw, then you go to sleep. You could feel it coming up in your throat.
Acid reflux.
You having the reflux, and then your body trying to digest this big meal, so your body needs to be up to digest it. So now you can't sleep because your body keeping you up because it's trying to digest this meal. So what to do is, if you sleep at 9 o'clock, you eat around 5. 6, you go for a walk to help the food to digest. And sometimes after you go for that walk, you have a bowel movement. And then you bathe and you get a very good night's sleep.
So bathing is a part of sleeping well.
Well, you know it is be hot.
Yeah, it's true, you know. When you bathe, that feels so good. Yeah. Oh, but I like a hot shower. Who likes the hot shower? And who likes a cold shower? You like the cold shower?
Well, if it's very cold, I start off with the hot, but I make sure come down with the cold. I have a ritual. Well, that's just what I do. Okay. That's a personal preference.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you know what? What is your habit? Nice.
My sleep habit?
Yeah.
Okay, I must admit I do have some bad sleep habit. I normally go to bed about 9:30 and I wake up at 3, 4 o'clock, and I can't sleep after that.
Up? That means you're
My
not
body
doing
makes
nothing.
me up.
So she just said 9 hours.
I know.
Okay, so me and you in the same company. How much that is right there?
It's like 6, 7.
Yeah, but she said 9.
I know 9 and 7 to 9 is recommended.
Okay.
We must say that, but the reality is, most of us could do better with our sleep, and a lot of times our sleep pattern do cost us, because I don't know if you are because you're stressing, but when you stress, your pressure goes up. And also lack of sleep in the long run, studies have shown have been related to persons with dementia and Alzheimer's. So we don't feel it now that we only sleep in 4 or 5 hours, but when we get up in age, it starts to play starts to have an effect on us, such as memory loss.
Oh my. I really going to 9 hours tonight. Ah, boy. Gee, aren't we learning a lot?
Yes.
You're learning a lot?
Yes.
Give a hand to our instructors. Really, you all are really good. We can hear from the best students. There's a mini reaction, taking social services to the people.
Yes.
Yes, you all are so beautiful. We're going to hear from you when you come back.
You can now stay in tune with all things social services on any one of our social media platforms: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, missed any of our Taking Social Services to the People programs? No worries. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bahamas Heartbeat, to watch all of our programs and special content. Social Services is the heartbeat of the nation, taking our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.
wanna go home. I had so much fun with you. Give me another high five from over there. We're exercising. You caused me touch my toes. And you motivated me to say, both of you, listen, I am going to do better. We're going to do a little check here to see who's going to do better. This is not your first. This is the second series in the series.
The kidney series, but we've been teaching here since last year. That's why they know to finish our sentences.
Oh, so you're going to give them all an A+A. I'm trying to lobby for you all now.
Some people can't get A+ because I see they have cake in the back there. Moderation. But I could turn a blind eye today because they say I say moderation.
Yeah.
But I should have tell them not when I'm around.
Yeah, but you see how smart they are?
Yes.
They're listening.
They're learning.
Yes, absolutely. So moderation for me too. I see some chicken salad in the back on the bread that makes you spread. But Ms. Sands, you did really well in the beginning. And what's your response? What do you want to tell us?
I just want to say that these nurses were with us for the past 2 years, and I get to know my numbers through these nurses. I didn't know that I was pre-diabetic and my blood pressure was high. Through them, I have lost 48 pounds. I am down to 197 pounds. I'm exercising, and I do cheat a little bit, but I remember what they say to me about my health, and we must be healthy in order for us to help persons to be empowered. You must be healthy.
So now what you gonna do to help me lose my stomach?
It's up to you. It's not us. It's what you're going to do.
Yeah, but did you give them a combination? You just told us about the portions. So I have to follow the portions.
Yes.
Okay. Because, I remember if I stopped eating for 5 days, my stomach would disappear. Now, if I don't eat for 10 days, it's still there. I don't know. Who else wants to share? Who wants to share? Lady, see, they volunteering you.
You mean on this topic?
Whatever you want to say.
Oh, okay.
Now. This your time now.
In July 17, 2023, I had a brain tumor. I had a brain surgery. Now I'm doing very well, and I can remember just about everything.
Good for you.
Past and present. Yep.
What is your name?
Janet Carey.
Let's give a clap at home for Janet Carey. What do you attribute to your recovery?
I was running to catch the phone, and I fell to the gas tank, and it was a bad fall. Even the tank cried.
All right. Now how did the tank cry?
Because it made a loud sound. That's how hard it was.
Oh, boy.
And I didn't realize that until COVID. So after that, I went to the clinic, and some of the doctors told me I have COVID. But it wasn't that, because my writing used to be going up like that. And I realized, okay, I didn't go back. I immediately went on the phone, called all my siblings, even the ones who were awake, and asked them, what should I do? She said, don't take the COVID shot. Okay, I didn't. And after that, I went to the daughter here, Okiria. We went to Dr. Magnus at that time. And it was a tumor as big as an orange. So anyhow, during that time, they used to take the pictures, and I used to send the pictures to my daughter, Othedra, in Chicago. So one day she called me and she said, Mommy, don't do it in Nassau. Come here and do it. Very successful. My surgery, because the doctors here are powerful. You understand?
That means you have purpose.
Yeah.
You're still here for something. Hey, let me do it again. Boom, yes. But you know, but listening to her, what I am thinking about when you were talking about the diabetes, the kidney problem, that people don't recognize that they're in trouble until it's too late.
Yes.
What are some of the symptoms if you're talking about a tumor as big as an orange or having kidney problems, hypertension? What are some of the symptoms that we should be looking out for?
In terms of hypertension, sometimes there's no simple symptoms. That's why they call it the silent killer. But sometimes you have headache, blurred vision, chest pains. Those are some of the symptoms of hypertension. Diabetes is drinking more water, peeing more, being tired. Notice that you're having weight loss. Those are some of the symptoms.
Anything for brain tumor?
Well, she had it in terms of her writing. So, memory loss, things like that. Seizures.
Sometimes.
Okay.
It would be seizures, sometimes.
Yes. Another thing, I was in intensive care because of seizures for 6 weeks.
Anyone else wants to share? Okay, I'm coming. All right. I can hold this for you. Yeah.
And I think maybe about 2 years ago in COVID time, I was at work and I went on the road to do something, and I felt this nauseous, this tiredness and stuff on the road, and I almost got in an accident. So I stopped and I said, you know, something, I feel funny. So I took mine and I went to Dr. Fox. And when I got to him, he said to me, you living? Why you living? I said, what you mean? He said, he examined me, he took me, he said, your diabetes, I was pressed, my pain was up to 500. Right? And he put me on these trips, these big trips for about, I was there for like 7 o'clock in the morning till about 9 o'clock at night doing them trips. And that was like 500. My pressure and my sugar was high. That's why I got diagnosed with diabetes. So I be glad when these nurses sometimes I could keep me on track. Because sometimes be off sometime, you know. So I'm grateful to God for having me to be alive. Because I was dead and didn't even know I was dead. But because of God's grace and mercy, I'm here today and I'm grateful.
Can I hear all of y'all say? Can we say, thank God we're living? Yeah. That's it, you gotta give thanks.
Miss Dr. Bartlett, my own is a praise report for say. I just want to thank the Minister of Social Services for putting on these empowerment courses. I can't believe the noise. I am excited every day to come here for all the knowledge, the information, the things that we are learning as retirees. I'm thinking everybody's retired. I'm enjoying I'm now living my next life with purpose. So I want to thank you, ma'am, for coming today and sharing with us today. God bless you, ma'am.
Oh my. That is very nice. That is very humbling.
That's fine.
That's my praise report.
Yeah, that's your praise report. But you know, just for those of you who are watching, and you make change a friend or an enemy. And these shows, for the most part, are very spontaneous. We came here today for one format, and because, you know, sometimes people may wonder, what you did was very wonderful when you gave the minister credit. And all of you expressed your appreciation in different ways. But the point that I am making is gratefulness leads to plenty.
Yes.
And I want us to even think more about the children of Israel 3 million of them did not make it into the destination for the human potential, the promised land, where there's economic empowerment, because they were ungrateful.
Yes, yes.
And so when we have this level of gratefulness, we can see that we are on our way to greatness. And this is all spontaneous because I came here to do one show, and the manager said, the nurses coming? And I said, okay, we're gonna fit into their schedule. Yes. This is the first time I met them. Did not know I would meet them today. But sometimes you have to adjust to be a team player. When you make a plan, you're able to adjust. You're afraid and you're insecure about people when you don't have a plan and know where you stand. And also when you talk about the next. The next is when we move from retirement, it's not the end.
No, that's right. No,
it's a new beginning. And what the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting is doing is upskilling. That's why the Prime Minister's office have the Opportunity Hub, because skilled men shall perform before kings. When we have skill, leaders will pay for our talent. You're going to see me wear this for a little while. Yesterday, we had another empowerment session, and a lady who was traumatized went into one of these programs, empowerment hours, and she learned how to do this. That's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Look. She was unemployed. And she gave me this. And I said, how much is it? She said she's going to give it to me because she used to come to the CEO Network conferences and was born, inspired her to come into these classes. I said, no. That's beautiful. I know you could be planting a seed and there's a time to do that, but we got to help each other succeed. Yes. And she gave me the price. And I said, no, man, that's too low. Wow. Because I knew the margin wasn't going to allow her to grow her business. Right. Yes, it's a business. We have to be. Look. Now watch this. She just pointed to the 15 cents. So we could look at this for below $50, but you can look at the bush and see the bush with plenty centipede and snake, or you could look at the bush and see an empire. I'm looking at this chain and I see a value that is going to increase. Especially, see, you're a businesswoman. Yes. See, I'm looking at the value of this for tomorrow. I'm looking at the potential of that young lady who is traumatized and trying to communicate with herself to make a better me. Bahamas. Let's help each other to become a better me. Let's communicate internally to know that, yes, I can. Because purpose gives birth to a dream. And when you have the skill and the right company, like all of these beautiful people here, the world is your marketplace. These nurses, they could go anywhere in the world and be the best. When we strengthen our belief in one another, support one another, don't ask somebody to do something free if you could pay for it. And if you had to pay, if you ask for it free, when you have the money, don't go to somebody else, go to the person who helped you. We are building a stronger Bahamas. We are taking our people together from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. See you at the top. Hey!
This has been a production of the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the heartbeat of the nation, where we move our clients from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment.